So, to address the elephant in the room, fuck Trump, fuck ICE, fuck war. Also, I almost forgot. Fuck Nazis and all that. And yeah, so because of the state of the world and also of my apartment, which has been in construction mode for the past 2 months, I really felt the urge to do something with my hands again. And I've dabbled in crochet before with my best friend a few years ago, but I did not get it. It felt like black magic to me. And I've been scared ever since to try it again. But recently I found this tutorial on YouTube and I just wanted to do it. It combines knitting and crocheting, and I thought, let's just do it, whatever. Usually I'm really, not very trusting in myself to learn new things. It's been worse, I'm getting better at trusting myself, and yeah, this journey was really contributing to that. I think I feel a little bit more. Actually, I feel really powerful, like if you can tell how it went, so like if you still don't know if it was worth it to learn this stuff, let's find out what happens, I guess. So from my perspective right now, I don't think knitting or crocheting is better for beginners. They both felt a little overwhelming in the beginning because it's scary to try to learn something new sometimes. I wasn't sure if I wanted to learn crocheting or knitting more, so I chose this combined project, and it was fun, and now I know that I'm currently more drawn towards knitting. If you don't want to start with the typical things like pot holders, hats, or scarves, just don't do it. Sometimes you don't need to do what's recommended, Like if it makes you feel better to just play around, like, or really enjoy it, just seeing what happens. And it was so cathartic or healing to be able to just unravel your faults, and it's gone, no biggie, things happen in life and you make mistakes and then you just go back. Go back.
What the fuck? Das bitte hier hin. Danke. So.
Go back. Go back.
Fucking what?
Go back and do it again until you manage to do it. And yes, it's gonna be a bit frustrating here and there, but try not to take messing up personal and just keep going. You're learning something new. And this initial fear and overwhelm lasted only for a short while, and then you're just, transitioning into your trial and error phase until you get the hang of it. And then you just practice and have fun and play around and experiment. As a visual artist, choosing colors felt kind of like painting to me, and it was really exciting because I got inspired for so many things that you could do with the colors and shapes and textures that you can't really do in that way with like drawing or painting. I'm very tactile and I always crave for more textures in my digital art because I can't really touch it in the way that I want to, you know? So yeah, that's also why I've always been drawn to fiber arts, but I think I was just a bit too intimidated to try it more. But not anymore. And that's also really funny, you know, that knitting and crocheting really kind of feels like a metaphor to life in a way. I mean, all arts do. But yeah, it was just really nice to have this feeling again with a different craft other than, you know, drawing or making music or whatever. I really just enjoy how, depending on the context or the craft that you do, you get different perspectives on how to deal with things in life. I don't know. I just feel like it is a very valuable skill. And very fun to learn and not that hard. I mean, it looks scary, but it's not. That's all I can say. Just try it if you want to try it. What kind of surprised me was that, as someone who the only thing they knew about knitting was it's old, I guess, I really quickly felt a deep feeling of connectedness, something that felt kind of ancestral and deeply human. And I don't really have that ancestral feeling a lot. I often feel like a random blob of energy bouncing around in space, and someday I'll just disappear into the void, you know? And maybe that's because I sometimes still don't feel like I truly belong. And that's kind of what knitting made me feel, that I belong.
Uh-huh. Ja. Ja. Doch.
I just thought it was really interesting how knitting touched me so deeply without knowing anything about it. It was able to tell me a story just by spending time doing it. And I think that's really cool. And yeah, something I would just not have expected, to be honest. Um, Also, there was a moment where I was frogging a part of the ribbing and started to cry because it just felt so good to just unravel your faults and try again, you know? No biggie. Uh, and yeah, so I guess that's part of why I'm hooked now.
Your desired length of art cord. Okay, let's do that.
And after this little hiccup, I was finally done with my hood. Uh, it took me 9 days, with a few days where I didn't work on it. And I've been wearing it every day when I go outside since. So, as I finished my hood, I knew I wanted to explore more, and since I'm a Notion girly, I immediately started putting together a Notion planner for my future fiber arts projects. I created a little page for my yarn stash and uploaded all my yarn and tools. I've already used it in the store a few times just to check like which exact yarn I was looking for or what colors I don't already have. If you would like to try the planner for yourself for free for a little feedback, just click on the link in the description below. So, what do you think? I think it was pretty worth it. As you can tell, I kind of have a new obsession now. Like, I also did this spot holder and like some other stuff, and this thingy here. This was actually my second project, and I love it. I just don't like the colors and the yarn that I use, but whatever. I'm a big fan of big puffy sleeves, and I'm on a mission to create the perfect puffy sleeve thing to wear for me. It's actually getting really hot. I also made this vest, which is reversible, you know. Also started knitting solo, like just, knitting without the crochet. And this is my first project. Yeah, I love it. And if you want to see a video about that, how I made that, I could make one because I filmed some clips while doing this and also while doing this. So if you're interested, let me know. Also, I would be really curious to hear what you want to learn, and if you also want to learn crochet or knitting or something else. At least I hope this inspired you to just give it a try, whatever it is. And so, uh, So, all in all, I really do think that this journey was so worth it. It was so much fun and so challenging. I got so frustrated and questioned my competence in life and everything. And then circled around to having so much fun again. I really enjoy being challenged in that way and then finding the solution, and then you just. It's so much fun, you know? I love it! I'm really excited to take you along my knitting journey that just started, and I'm really pumped about it, and I'm really proud of myself and have a little bit more self-trust that I can do things, I can learn things. If I can learn to knit, honestly, I can do anything, like, and crochet. But as you can tell, I'm leaning more towards the knitting sphere and being super inspired, and I have so many ideas and things that I want to experiment with, also with like combining sewing and other stuff with knitting and crocheting. I think it was also really surprising and kind of hard to get through, and I think I still, sorry, I'm kind of zoning out while I'm speaking, but I still have that I get super bored by doing it because it's so repetitive, and then when I stop I'm like, I need to do it. I need to do it. And then I just go back to doing it. That's really interesting to me. Like, and also to observe how I deal with that and maybe push through at some points and whatnot. Um, because with ADHD, it's kind of hard to concentrate or not hard to concentrate, but like guide your attention the way that you need it and want it to be guided. But it's doing something. I don't know. It's powerful. I feel I can say I have a new skill, and I'm really, really excited to dabble into more. I have another project planned. I'm probably a little bit ambitious with that, but where's the fun if it's not challenging, you know? So I've been waiting for the yarn for 2 weeks now, and I'm not happy about it. My fingers are, they want to do stuff. I'm gonna make the loopy cardi stripy pattern. If you don't know, this is how it looks, and I'm scared. This is only gonna be my second project then. Can't wait to share. I hope you stay for the journey and the fun and the experimentation. I have so many ideas. Oh my god. Okay, if you want to try out my knitting planner in Notion for yourself for a little feedback, so I can make it better, then you can have it for free. Just click on the link in the description below. I would be so happy if it could be helpful to you and you can test it and have fun with it. And I think it's really nice to have as a beginner or maybe even as a seasoned knitter, probably, because, there's like a pattern library as well in your yarn stash, in your projects and all that, and the row counter and stitch counter. And when I was doing this project, I don't know. I felt like my planner was saving my life, basically, because otherwise I would not remember a single thing. Anyway, see ya. See you soon. Inspire you to start. I am having a brain fart. Contrasts? If you have like the memory of a brain fish. What? Am I cringe? Who cares?